Hello everyone. Welcome back. This is our third week, right? And by next week, we'll be rounding up this program. So I just want to do this video to cover for this week and next week. And as we're preparing for a roundup event on the 28th, so I want to give us like an overview of what to expect for those of us that will be making a decision. I'm sure by now you already know what it looks like, the feel, how to contribute, how to use GitHub, how to use Markdown. So you already got the feel of open source, though you may not know everything as of this time. But within this month of October, the target is to expose you to open source. So now that you've been exposed to it, it's good to now take a stand. Do you really want to do this open source, and why? So if you ask me why, I would say as someone in tech evolves, right? And you keep learning, you keep there's this need to keep working on one or two projects so you can always learn new things. And because some of us are in a job, some are still learning, some are in school, so there's this need for you to keep growing, right? So open source kind of provides you that opportunity whereby you tend to work on projects you don't even know about, projects you were not part of the planning. You just possibly through your research or by interest you came across it and you pick up one or two things within the project, and sure you're going to learn from it even while doing it. So these opportunities are rare. You hardly see a company who want to take you in and have you learn on the job. But with open source you can pick up a project you have maybe little or 50% knowledge in, and while you're working on this project you've learned you're going to learn a lot, or you will learn so much more. So I really want to make this video short, and now that we are almost at the end of this program, and I would say we already understand what open source is all about. So, as someone in tech, whether you're into the coding and programming aspect or you're not, open source is for everyone, and there is always a space for you to contribute to. You can contribute as a technical writer, someone into cloud and development, someone into programming design. Sure, there is a space for everyone. So now, if you want to really dive into open source, the first thing I want us to consider is the how. How do I go into it? I would say at the end of this program, don't just relax. Don't sit there waiting for maybe another October or another project or Code Africa, or yeah, we may want to retain our group. I'm still going to ask that question. Do we want to continue, or do we want to learn on our own? But the first how I want to tell us is join the community. There are lots of open source community out there. The Code Africa community may still be dead. I mean, the open source community may still be dead, at least to guide us as we're proceeding. But it's also good for you to join other community that are primarily focused on open source. And I'm going to show us a little of this community. So I will start with Eddie Hub. So EdiHub is also a community that helps you as a newbie in open source, helps you grow. They have a community, and it would be nice to join. They have projects they work on. So yeah, it's a nice join. This is EdiHub. I'm going to also drop some of these links on our group, and you can choose whichever you want to go with. So like I said, join a community. There's another one, Anita B. I took my time to really open this tab, so I won't have to be switching tabs. So Anita B is also into open source, and as you can see, it said including UI UX design, testers, developers, you can participate. Join communities. Communities will help you grow, especially if you want to do this, right? So there's free code camp as well. They also give you project learnings around coding and also open source. So they are also there. And there's also this repo I found on GitHub that could expose you to how open source categories on education and learning, internship and mentorship, community building and advocacy. So I would share these links. So these are like guides, right? So these are just the few community I was able. There's also Oscar Fest. I think it's an African based community. Um, I would find that. I think I have the link open. So they also have a community. That is the first how to grow, right? Once you're within this community, try to solve their projects, join in their project, their community, like Slack or whatever way they have their regular discussions. Join in, be active, and learn, participate and learn. So another thing, another how I want to tackle is you need to find a project, right? Now you're part of a community. Depending on the community you're into, sometimes it may just be everywhere may just be quiet. If this is what you want to really go into, make it like maybe I have to contribute to one project once every month, right? So in a month, target one project. Find project. There are a lot of projects, community or not, there are a lot of projects. And the first how to find this project is on GitHub. So I'm going to take us to GitHub to show you the first how. You see the search button, you can search for different labels, first good issues, beginner friendly and the like. But if you come to your explore, come to where you have this three dot here on your left, click on it, you will see an explore page. Once you come to your explore, you could then there are a list of topics and all that. You could also do a search. When I mean topics, I mean you can come here and see topics. You can also do a search. Let me say first good issue, do a search. I really want to make this video not too long so that people can watch it. Oh shit, I typed wrongly. Okay, I'm going to click on issues. Let me see what comes up. Okay, this is not a tag, this is the name of a repo. So do a search with the tag. I think it's first dash good dash issue. I don't want to keep us so long here. I'm also going to share that in the group if this is very important to someone. So okay, use the explore, do community project, do research on your own, go to Google and search. There are also some pages I also had open. Now this is one of them, Open Source Friday, the kind of like an initiative. Every Friday you try to contribute. So when you click on this their guide, one of their links, where was that, it takes you to GitHub. So I think I have it open. It takes you to this page, which is great new contributors. You kind of see issues that say contribute. Anything contributes on GitHub, they kind of it's filtered out. So I'm also going to share this link. Opportunities to contribute. Anything contribute is just within here. So it's a very good one for beginners. There are also other ones. Hold on, I have that open. So there's first contributions. We already did one of their projects. For those that participated, this is more like a platform where you can search for projects using maybe a language. If you're into programming or you're into web, you could just come here and search. I think you can also do like a filter also here. So do a filter, open source, JavaScript, MySQL, web app. It will just bring issues related to any of these. First good issue, let me do that. So this will just filter first good issue. Now you could look at it and know if is this is within my tech stack. Do I want to really do this? Okay, this one now is beginner friendly, markdown, react. So if you think you can do, you can click on the project and see what it's all about. So this is more like helpers, right? People are creating a lot to just help you make your first contribution and more contributions. The more contributions you make, the better. Now this is another one, first timers only. So this kind of lists some projects. This is the first contribution we just opened. Okay, it's a different one. So this also, so you just have to explore these options, right? Explore all these options. At the end of the day, you would find one that really suits your need. Okay, so I'm still going to share all this. I'm still going to share all this. I think this is another one. Yeah, how to contribute to open source. Okay, this is more like a write-up. So I'm still going to share all these links that help, especially this one. I kind of like this one. It's filtered out any project on GitHub that is open to contribution. So it's a good way to start, right? You can also filter by language, by stars and all that. Okay, so the next thing I want us to look into is when I'm going to search for project, what are the things I should look out for? Still under the how. Now you've known how to find project or where to actually go to find some project. Now, how do I proceed? First of all, what are you into? For instance, I'm into cloud, I'm interested in technical writing. So when I go to search for project, I'm going to look out for relating to my tech stack so that I can explore my strength and also learn. Let's assume I'm working on a project that says Azure Cloud. Yes, I have knowledge around Azure, and I'm willing to learn more around Azure, so I'll be glad to work on that project because I know that I'm learning in the process and I'm also contributing. So now you really need to know your tech stack. Secondly, when you go into this repo, please check if the repo is active. Where's that link where I opened my repo? Okay, let's use this one for example. You can see opened 16th October. That is not enough. Check if it's actually active. Check if pull request there is being attended to so that you don't send pull request and wait for it till forever. So this is a new issue here and it was raised October 16, and I could see activity, not just people coming in to contribute, but the owner of the repo, Alice Wonderland. Check pull request. I think that's one of my best way of checking. Okay, this pull request was raised 3 hours ago, active, but that's not all. Closed pull request. Let me see. 5 hours ago, this was closed. Reviewed, required. So this person is actually telling that I need something required to close this project. So this project is really very active, so you don't have to go and waste your time contributing to a project that will not be merged or will not even be reviewed at all. So these are things to look out for. Your tech stack, how active is the project? Another thing to check is also, is it assigned? If you're going into issues, for instance, if I go to issues, now that I see that this Alice Wonderland is active, it's an um Hacktoberfest project, so it's obviously and within this October. Now if I want to come here, my pull request was not reviewed. This is someone making a request. All sorting algorithm, this is an issue someone raised. Is it assigned to someone? Don't go and start working on something that is already assigned to someone. Trust me, you'll be wasting much of your time. So But primarily, look out for the repo, how active it is. There are some repos that are even archived. Some of us will not notice it because we didn't really look carefully. So be sure you're contributing to something that is very much active, at least within that month, or 2 months is not bad, but within that month is best. At least you know you're getting traction on this project. Please don't forget, read contribution guideline. Don't just jump into people's project and not read guideline. Trust me, they won't approve it, or they give you a very bad review. Okay, so now that I'm really running so that I don't make this so long. Now that we've touched communities, we've touched how we can go about it, I want also want us to look out for opportunities within open source. So I understand that most time our motivation comes from rewards, right? When you're able to do something, I get a reward for it. Emerge is a reward. Financial rewards can also come with it. So there are a lot of programs out there. There are really lots of programs out there that could reward you for contributing, reward you for learning a lot. So I'm going to start with, yeah, this is Oscar First that I was looking for. I'm already used to calling it Oscar First, but this is the name. Oscar Africa. It's There's a community within it as well, and they do host events within, I think they are within Lagos. So it's this one is more home. It's more closer to you, and Shikode Africa is even part of their partners. So you are welcome here. Join the community, find the link, join in if you find it worthy. There are programs within this these communities that could benefit you and motivate you to keep doing this, right? So I'm going to the next one, outreachy. So outreachy also, they are into open source and open science. They provide internships, right? And this internship, I think this year on is closed, right? So it's a paid internship, you can see. It is open to both, it's remote and open to both interns and remote workers. And don't think this will be very easy. Once money is attached to things, it's kind of like survivor for the fittest. They pick the best. And how do you stand out as the best? Start now, start contributing, build up your profile, build up your GitHub profile. In as much as it's open to interns and beginners, they also want to know that you are interested in this and you've been actively doing this. So this runs from May to August, December to March. So maybe you may consider planning towards the December to March program. Trust me, it's worth it at the end of the day. Okay, we're going to another one, Google Summer of Docs. This is more for technical writers, people who write. This is an opportunity for you to learn and grow and also be a contributor. So you may want to go through the link later and see how to participate, right? It may be over for this year, but plan towards next year. That is why you had to start building up your profile now. So I'll go to the next one. The MLH is also open. So I think this is more for programmers, but you can read more about it and know where you fit in, right? And know how to read their community guidelines, read their events, read, just learn about them so that you know how to channel your targets. If you're targeting to be part of them next year or whatever, you know how to really target and know what to do, know how to set up your profile to meet their requirements. Okay, there's also Google Summer of Code, which is more for programmers. They want you to contribute, and organizations are there to sponsor. So you can also look it up and learn how to go about it. um there's also Hacktoberfest. So these are like organizations and communities that are there to help you grow, provide internship, training, mentorship for you. There are a lot of them. There are really a lot of them. I was just able to pick this. This is also another one. So it's just left for you to do what? learn and grow. So this is the very much I'm going to be saying on this. And throughout this week to next week, looking out to see people who are participating more. Source out for project. I gave two examples, two projects. I really will love that we do it, no matter, even if it's not much, it just expose you more, like take you out of Shikode Africa um contributor to something real world, like real world experience. So I want us to source for project. I'm going to share these links on where to source for projects so that we can start source for projects, contribute to one or two before our 28th event. Yeah, we're going to have our event next Saturday, our usual event, to review progress and the likes, and share one or two ideas. But I really want us to do what? I really want us to contribute to source for project and contribute to it. Right. Thank you guys. And that will be all from me. I'm glad you're part of this program. And if you want us to keep our community even after this October event, please attend to the pool I'll be sending to the Slack group by next week, not this week, by next week after our event, so that we know how to take you from where we are now to a better level. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope my video is not too long. Yeah, I want to add this channel you're watching this, I plan starting it up officially on by next year. For those that are really interested in learning about cloud, you want to learn, I plan to make it like a very beginner friendly programs. You want to learn little things like GitHub, how to use Git, how to use Azure Cloud, how to even write a website, a simple website, how to use things like WordPress. So I would want you to subscribe. I'm not sure if I'm going to create a community for now, but just subscribe so that once it starts, sure, you can reach me and tell me you're interested and you want to join the community or not. But I want you to subscribe so that I know I have people who are really interested in this. But it's next year, not this year. My year is already occupied. So by next year, I plan to start it up. So if you know you're interested, I'm going to cover different beginner friendly tech scopes, especially things you should know as a techie. There are little things you should know whether you're coding or not. So those are things I want to touch in, because I see a lot of beginners struggle a lot when starting up a career. Sure, if you're interested, I just want you to subscribe so I know I have interested people, and that will motivate me not to give up. So in case I wake up next year and say, okay, I don't want to do this, but sure, I have it in mind and I have few people who already want to learn. So I would want to encourage you, if this is what you also want to learn, you want to be part of it, just hit the subscribe button for me. Thank you so much. It's your open source host. Thank you. All right, bye. See you in the group chat.